excited about having a dear friend with me today, and as I promised you, we're going to touch on a number of topics here on the DPN. And today, I've got my Jonathan with me. You know, when you read the Bible and you hear the story of David, David had a friend that was closer than a brother. He was a very good friend, Jonathan, and I heard one minister say everybody needs a Jonathan in their life, and I've been blessed to have Ecclesiastes Hall here with us today, and he's been a friend in some tough times, and I thank God for him. So I asked him to come by, sit in, and have a little talk. How you doing today, Cletus?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Now they call him Cletus for short, so if you see him on the street, that's what it's called. So let's jump right in. One of the reasons why I wanted to ask Cletus to come is because I think his life is a testimony of faith. And today's topic is going to be all about continuing in the faith and keeping a steadfast, unmovable, determined mind in reaching your divine purpose in life. So Cletus, you recently returned from down south and moved back up here to the Worcester area. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Are you excited about that?
Actually, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to work it out. You know, down south was an interesting experience. It was actually a wonderful place. I love the weather. You know, come back up here with the weather. Massachusetts is something where the weather's all over.
It is. Now you are in North Carolina.
Yes, I was in North Carolina, Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Now, what kind of work were you doing down there, Cletus?
Oh, the same work. Cable installing.
Okay.
You know, day to day, long hours.
I hear you.
A little bit of everything, you know, as far as internet, telephone, you know, but it was the main root of the job was cable installation.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was kind of sweet. I like what I do.
Good.
For the most part.
Well, much like myself, Cletus and I, we have our day careers. I'm a software engineer. He's doing the engineering thing for cable and high-speed internet. And one of the things we want to do is talk a little bit about how, even though we're doing these things during the daytime, we still have not lost sight of our calling, and our divine purpose in life. So Cletus, why don't you share with us a little bit about some of the things that you feel the Lord is calling you into doing above and beyond being a great father, a great family man, and all of those kind of responsibilities. Talk to us a little bit about the divine purpose in your life.
Oh, the divine purpose. Well, if you want to go over the divine purpose, we got to start way back.
All right, let's do it.
Basically, growing up, you know, mother was paralyzed, raised 5 kids on her own.
Well,
divine purpose. Let's talk about divine purpose. One thing that always hit me when I was younger is that we didn't have much money growing up. And I know you hear that story all the time, but
well, it certainly was my story.
In my case, it was definitely true.
Okay, all right.
And what would happen is the landlords, I remember all the time, because we had housing, but the landlords would always raise the rent. And when they raised the rent, we would be forced to move.
Okay.
So, at a young age, that put such a big imprint in me to have my own place to have and place to stay and place to live.
Got it.
So, as I came through the years, same thing happening over and over. You know, it was almost like a revolving door that kept going around and around. But mother was faithful. She loved the Lord. She prayed all the time.
All right.
I think that's why I'm so blessed that I am today. You know,
that's right.
By those prayers that got me through.
Not to mention the name Ecclesiastes. we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
keep going, brother. Tell us about this divine purpose.
So that I think started me on my divine purpose. Well, one of my, because I believe I have more than one thing.
That's right.
For purpose.
That's
I think
right.
it's a chain of things that work together to, basically they take care of the same purpose, but there's a lot of things working together for the same purpose.
All right.
So my big one was to eventually buy property, invest, and things like that.
All right.
So that's part of the divine purpose.
Okay, now we know you've achieved that. As a matter of fact, you bought a couple of properties. And I also understand that one of the things you shared with me was that it's your desire to be able to be a blessing to others.
Exactly.
And you know how it is
Yes.
when you take on such a vision as helping others, there's going to be some obstacles. But one of the things I plan to do this year is to have Cletus come back and tell us throughout the year how the Lord is evolving the progress. There's some exciting things. I was impressed by the brother, young man who worked with me for a short period of time doing some internet work and installing network systems, and then he got a taste of it and he liked it a lot, and he took off and signed up with a major cable network company, and from there he was able to launch into his destiny. Now, as Cletus mentioned earlier, this is only one part of what's going on with him. The brother has a ministry. But the thing I want to share with you before we end this program today is that Cletus was just an incredible help to me in a time when I was going through a period of time where after 9/11, as a software engineer, there was just no jobs out there. And me and my family, we were struggling, and Cletus was a good friend. And I'm not ashamed to say this. There were days when we were low on food, we were low on money. And Brother Cletus, he's the type of person, if he had a piece of bread, he would break it in half and bring it by. I'll never forget that about Cletus. And it's always been in my heart. And I know when he moved down south, I told the Lord, I don't really understand what you're doing, Lord, because you already let me know that this is my Jonathan, and this brother's going to be a part of what's going on in my life and in what's going on in ministry work. And I knew we were going to work together on some things. And then lo and behold, I got that phone call. He told me, man, I'm coming home. And I was so happy I didn't know what to do. You know, I tried to be cool about it. I said, oh, really, man? Oh, okay. All right, well, yeah, you come on home and everything. But after I got off the phone, I was jumping up and down. I'm pretty excited about it. He's got a lot of talent, very musically inclined. The brother can sing. He can go for it. We worked on some projects that he just tore the house down. And it's exciting about it. But the thing I like about Cletus' personality and his determination is the fact that he is a go-getter. I heard a minister talk about there's certain people in life that if you strip them of everything they have and throw them in the forest butt naked, give them some time and they'll come out of that forest walking in a three-piece suit back on their way. Well, that's who Cletus is. Oh, no. He's not a brother that would allow any situation to have him down. Now, let me close by just saying this much to you. We all understand life has its ups and it has its downs. It is part of the cycle of life. So I want to just say to you and share with you, Brother Cletus here, how it's important that you bounce back and get back up and do what you got to do. Any last things you want to share, and then we're out of here?
Yeah, one thing I just share is God is faithful.
Hey, I love that. Take care, everybody.
God bless.
Thank you, Doc.